Everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I'm always on the hunt for great cards. Today is finally a collection break giveaway. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and finally it is happening in celebration of my hitting 1,250 subscribers. This is my way of thanking all of you for supporting the channel. All you have to do is be a subscriber and you get cards. It's that simple. It doesn't matter where you live, anywhere in the known galaxy, I will send cards out to you. This is a collection that I bought. I think I bought it before Halloween, actually. It's been sitting on the floor in my office for that long, and I am delighted. I think it was optimistic, thinking how soon I would hit 1,250. I think it took longer than I imagined it would, but no complaints. You know, we got there, and that's pretty awesome to me. I am astounded that we ever even reached 1,000, honestly. So this is a vintage baseball collection, and I will tell you right now, it is the most expensive collection I have ever bought for a collection break giveaway. It is not vintage 90s cards, it is vintage 70s cards. 70s and 80s baseball is what we're going to find in here today. I bought this so long ago, that's really all I remember about it. I know it had some good cards in it that I saw, but I don't remember what was in here, so it's going to be kind of a discovery for all of us today, which is really, you know, the best way for collection break giveaways to be. But we could find some awesome stuff. In the past, we've given away some pretty great cards, rookies and Hall of Famers and all kinds of other great stuff, and I'm sure today, or I hope anyway, today we will find some of that in here as well. Saw through this and get into this box. The way this works, for those of you who've never participated before, if you are a subscriber to the channel, these cards, some of these cards will go out to you. These belong to you guys. I do not take anything out of these collections. I do not earmark anything or pull anything aside for myself. No matter what cards we find in here, they are available to all of you. That is how a collection break giveaway works on my channel, and as far as I know, I'm the only channel who dares to do this. But this has a note too. That's pretty cool. It looks like it has their email address as well, so I'm going to block that out with my thumb. It says, "I appreciate your purchase. Hope you find some gems in here. If you do and would be willing to let me know, you can email me." And there's his email. "I'm just curious and fascinated. Thanks, Marty." All right, Marty. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm gonna put that over there is what I'm gonna do with that. And then here is, looks like you put the binder in, beat up binder, but there we go. Put that over there. And then here are our cards. And I will lift, what is going on here? This looks, okay. Okay, it's like two binders maybe. Are there cards in here? Yeah, okay. So we got two binders. If I knew that, I forgot it. And then we've got some, the fun and rewards of collecting baseball cards. That is pretty awesome. It looks like it came with the binder perhaps. So I'm gonna pop that over there as well. So we have, this is really not a binder. It's just some 3 rings there. Anyway, the way this works, I will make it really simple, and it's also explained in the descriptive box below, but how this works is I go through this collection for the first time with you guys. Every card in here is up for grabs. You email me your list of cards that you would like to cwcardwolf@gmail.com, cwcardwolf@gmail.com. That's also in the description box, and I will send you cards from your list. It's that simple. It's not a contest. It's a giveaway. If you're a subscriber, you can get cards. If you're not a subscriber, it's really easy to become one. Just hit that little button and there you go. Of course, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. It helps the channel a lot. And let's get to it. I'm going to readjust the camera here so that you can get a better view on these cards and that I can sit down, which is always a little easier for me. That's probably too much. Let's do it that way. Scoot it closer and then do that. I think that's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna see if I can sit down for this, which will be better for me. Let's see if I can get these pages. I usually take these. Wow, that was tough to open. Must be bonded together there. It's a weird, I don't think I've ever gotten a collection that actually the binder was missing, but the rings were there. That is bizarre. All right, so as noted, this is a vintage baseball collection with cards from the 70s and 80s. And let's get to it. We got some good stuff starting out here. Some 1978 leaders cards here, including cards with Nolan Ryan, Phil Niekro, 2 Hall of Famers there, Jim Rice, Raleigh Fingers up there, and a Reggie Jackson World Series card. That's a very nice start to this collection. We got some Rangers and Orioles over here, including one of my favorite players, Al Bumbry, down there. And it looks like he organized these by team, maybe? I'm not sure, but we'll go through and see what's going on. We got Astros and Orioles and some Angels, including Joe Rudy, who was a star in the 70s. Oh, we got a Nolan Ryan down here. 1978 Nolan Ryan. And that is up for grabs. Every card you see in here today, no matter what we find, is up for grabs. The condition on these is very hit or miss. Some of these look pretty good, and others have, like Thad Bosley has a crease in it. Nolan Ryan is off center for sure, but still a 78 Nolan Ryan is hard to beat there. Got some Twins on this page. And more Twins on this side, along with some White Sox, including Clay Carroll, who always has the frowny face. Clay Carroll always looks like he's unhappy about something. Some more White Sox and some Expos over here. Nothing too significant here. We got a couple of Hall of Famers here. Tony Perez, 2 Tony Perez cards there, and Dave Parker, the brand new Hall of Famer there. Nice All-Star 1978 Dave Parker card. Remember, all of these cards are up for grabs. If you're a subscriber, just email me your list. Please leave a comment to it. Helps to promote the video. Some Pirates here and some Phillies on the other side of that. We got, we got two 78 Mike Schmidt cards there. That is pretty sweet. One of the greatest third basemen to ever play. That is awesome. Nice Dusty Baker card there as well. I think one day he will get into the Hall of Fame. This Charlie Huff card. Charlie Huff, of course, the ageless pitcher. He was about 70 years old during this, but I think he's still pitching somewhere. That is really beat up. It looks like somebody put that through the laundry or something. That one's not in great shape. Rick Monday looking like he's reconsidering his life choices. Steve Garvey All-Star card up there in the corner, and some Mets. Some more Mets here, and some Tigers, including John Hiller, who looks very uncomfortable. It looks like he has some sort of stomach ailment in that picture. What we have over here, some more Tigers, including some of their sluggers. Ben Ogilvie, really big slugger. Rusty Staub and Jason Thompson. The Mark the Bird Fidrich on that as well. That is not a rookie. His rookie was 77. Some more Ben Ogilvie over here. And Ralph Houck, who did manage the Tigers for a little while. Ralph Houck, I believe, is a Hall of Fame manager. He certainly should be. He managed just about everybody. He must have been about 170 when he managed the Tigers. You got some Giants on this side, and Vida Blue, very nice card there, former MVP and an ace pitcher. Vida Blue during his Oakland A's days. Some more Oakland A's on this page, and some Reds on this one, including Sparky Anderson and Dan Driesen, one of the members of the Big Red Machine. Okay, that Rick Arbach card is in terrible shape, but next to it is Dave Concepcion and Ken Griffey Sr. Some Seattle Mariners cards on this page as well. Probably the less said about them, the better. We got some Braves cards here, including Hall of Famer Phil Niekro, 1978. All of these are 1978 cards so far. And again, I don't remember this collection that well, so they may all be 1978 cards for all I can recall, quite honestly. I thought that there were more variety in my head. I remember a different variety, but we'll see. We got some Cardinals and some Kansas City Royals, including a couple of team cards. And we get to the Brewers. We got a whole page of them. Don Money looking excited and happy to be on a baseball card. And over here we got some Raleigh Fingers down here in the corner, so another Hall of Famer there. That's pretty sweet. And slugger George Hendrick in the middle. A couple of Yankees cards, not too many of those. We got some Indians here, including Rico Cardi, who looks possessed on that card. I don't know what has happened to him. He was always a good hitter. I always liked Rico Cardi. Dennis Eckersley, there's another Hall of Famer up there, and that's a relatively early card of that player. His rookie, I think, was 76, so that's a third-year card of that player. Pretty nice Hall of Fame card there. Some Cubs and Blue Jays on this page. Blue Jays were not exactly a powerhouse at that point. They had just come into the league just a couple of years before that, so still a very young team. Louis Tiant there. He's got some Red Sox, and Spaceman Bill Lee down in the corner, boyfriend of Julie Searle. They certainly seem to have a rapport. Fergie Jenkins there, Hall of Famer, and deservedly so. Very good pitcher. Wow, okay. I didn't remember this. This is going way back. In fact, this is a 1962 Frank Howard card there. It's pretty beat up, but still a very neat card there. Frank Howard was quite a slugger back in his days. Remember being a very good player. Some 71 cards. These are also a little bit beat up. I don't see any big stars here on this sheet of 71 cards, but pretty neat to see. And again, some of these are really beat up, but pretty cool to see some 71 cards, including some rookie cards of no one of any real significance, but more 71s behind that. I really didn't remember that being in here. We got an in-action card of Ed Krampel and a nice checklist card there. That is pretty cool. And got a Cubs team card here. That was always an unusual card to me. Some more in-action cards on the back, including a very, very beat-up Tug McGraw card there. Darrell Evans and another Ed Krampel. Nice 72 George Foster down here. Don Gullett looking bewildered and perplexed, but it's nice 72 George Foster. So some Hall of Famers in there, several of them from 1978. Not too bad. Now I'm going to put that aside. We're going to get into this binder up here that was also in there. This is a very old baseball card album, and maybe that's where the three rings came from, because this doesn't even have the rings in it. It's got a Joe DiMaggio card here though. Now that is a reprint. I can see immediately that is a reprint. So let's take that out and show you what I'm looking at here. This is a Gowdy big head card, but it is most definitely a reprint. You can see the perforated edges there, and I believe this is an old Dover. Yeah, it is a Dover reprint. Bring that up to the camera so you can see. These came in a book that came out, I believe, in the late 70s, and it reprinted a lot of classic cards from the Gowdy days and some T206 cards and things like that. But still a very nice Joe DiMaggio reprint. We got a load of Hall of Famers, well, at least a couple anyway. We got another reprint card down here of Lefty Gomez. That is definitely a reprint as well. Perforated edges are always a giveaway. We got Reggie Jackson in-action card from 1982, another beat-up 71 card, and some more 78s and some early 80s cards there. Let's flip this over. And some more Yankees on the back of this, including a very beat-up 72 Ron Blumberg card there. We got a home run leaders card from 1981 with Schmidt and Reggie Jackson on there, so that's kind of neat. Okay, this page definitely has some Hall of Famers on it. We got a Rod Carew in action. These are all 1982 cards, including Carew George Brett and a George Brett All-Star card from that year. Willie Randolph All-Star card there as well. And some more nice cards on the back here. Raleigh Fingers in action card from 82, a George Brett Royals card, a Johnny Bench in action card from 82, and 81 Reggie Jackson down here, and 81 Tom Seaver. And some sluggers here, George Foster and Dave Kingman. Boy, those guys could hit some huge home runs. Dave Kingman, a very feared home run hitter back in those days. More Hall of Famers on this page. All right, now we're getting into it here. We got Jim Palmer from 79, 81 Carlton Fisk, and Gaylord Perry from 81 during his Yankees days. Another Dave Parker down here. So if that is a player, he's a new Hall of Famer. If that is a player who's never been in your collection before, this is a great opportunity. We've seen a couple of his cards, I believe. And J.R. Richard, who was an ace back then, Cecil Cooper, Fred Lynn. Those guys were not, and Bill Madlock, who I always thought would get into the Hall of Fame. He was a great hitter, but his career didn't quite go that way. Some minor stars and some legit stars on here. And we got more on the back. Whole row of Rod Carew cards up here. We got 80, 81, and 79 Rod Carew. That is pretty awesome. All of them all-star cards, which tells you how good Rod Carew was back in the day. We got Ted Simmons, another Hall of Famer there, Hall of Fame catcher with the Cardinals. Tommy John, a very beat-up 1974 Tommy John there. Jim Cott, who is also in the Hall of Fame, that's a 79. And we got a 79 Ron Guidry and Thurman Munson down there, the late Thurman Munson. That is his last card. He died tragically in a plane crash. I think he was piloting the plane, if I remember. But the Yankees captain and a really great catcher who, honestly, I think deserves to be in the Hall of Fame as well. So some great cards starting off this stack, this binder. We got some Pirates here, including another Dave Parker and Bert Blyleven up there. So a couple of Hall of Famers on this page of 1979 Pirates. A reminder, all of these cards are up for grabs. Whatever you happen to see in here, if it's a player you just happen to like, if it's a Hall of Famer, if it's a rookie, whatever it is, all of these cards are up for grabs, whatever we may find. That is the rules to the collection break giveaway. None of these belong to me. They all belong to you. We got some more 79 cards here and some more Pirates. I'm beginning to think this guy was a Yankees and a Pirates fan here. And flip this over. Paul Blair, one of my favorite players. I recognize that one instantly. He was an Oriole for quite a while, for most of his career. Mickey Rivers, another really good Yankees player. And on this page, we got another Thurman Munson. That one is upside down for some reason. 1979 Munson. Again, I believe that was his last card after his tragic death. Ron Guidry, record breaker from 1979. So that is pretty sweet. Flip this over. We got a Goose Gossage up here. That's another nice Hall of Famer. And a Jim Hunter there. And a Reggie Jackson. Wow, this is a really nice page. Another Ron Guidry down here. Not a Hall of Famer, but he was certainly an ace back then. That's a nice page. Some really good Hall of Famers there. There's something, I don't know if you can see that. It looks like there's some kind of residue or paper or debris in there or something. I'm going to actually pull that out because I want to see what is going on with that. And that will give me access to, yeah, there is a, oh, and it says killed in plane crash, August 2nd, 1979. I just related that to you, and I guess, man, this is definitely from 1979. It's a crumbling piece of paper. If you decide you want the 79 Munson, I will include the note with it if that's something that interests you. I'm not going to try to put those cards back in the very, very old and crispy plastic sheet. I will put those off to the side. Since I took them out, I want to try to put them back. There's no sense in that. So anyway, very nice page of Yankees cards there. We got more Pirates here. Wow, okay. This is a good page. All right, now we're looking at something here. We got 1980 Raleigh Fingers, 81 Raleigh Fingers. A couple of Gaylord Perrys down here, a 79 and an 80, and an 80 Dave Winfield as well. And then up here, we got a couple of Bill Madlocks and a rookie Willie Wilson card. If you were a Royals fan, you remember he was quite the speedster and really good player when he first came into the league. So 5 Hall of Famers on that page, and Bill Madlock, who I thought would go but did not. We got some rookies over here, including a Fernando Valenzuela rookie. That's pretty sweet. And a Dan Quisenberry rookie, Hall of Famer, relief pitcher Dan Quisenberry. So we do get a Hall of Fame rookie card out of here. That is pretty awesome. Steve Sachs rookie and Pedro Guerrero. That was a hot rookie card back in 79. Another Valenzuela here, a 1982 All-Star Valenzuela there. So pretty nice. Some more Pirates here. This guy was definitely a Pirates fan. We got 2 Willie Stargell cards in here. So another Hall of Famer. We got 2 79 Willie Stargells there. That is pretty sweet. And wow. Okay, this is a really weird page. All right. I have to get my bearings on this page a little bit here. All right, let's start with the obvious stuff. We got a 78 Lou Brock. Lou Brock, the Hall of Famer and most stolen bases lifetime. Of course, Ricky Henderson broke his record about maybe 15 years after that, but that's a pretty nice card. Another Thurman Munson, a 78, and this is a 1975 card, one of their MVP subset cards with Frank Robinson and Roberto Clemente on there. Another Reggie Jackson here, that one from 1978, and then we get into some weird stuff here. I'm going to start with this one in the middle, which is an error card. I'm going to bring that up to the camera. That is a famous error card of Bump Wills, 1979. He's in the Rangers uniform. Blue Jays are listed as his team. That was corrected. That error card was issued in another printing of the 79 set with him on the Rangers. And the story behind that, if you don't mind hearing about it, the story behind that is that the president of Topps had heard rumors that he was going to be traded, and so apparently they intentionally printed it that way, and then they had to correct it because that trade didn't happen. I think Bump Wills did end up getting traded to the Yankees, I think, at the end of the season. I can't remember, but then we get to these black and white cards, and I actually know what these are. These came out, I think, in the late 70s, and these were issued by a dealer, one of the first big dealers of baseball cards. The name was Renata Galasso, and these came out, and they did a set of classic players, and you can see there's an umpire, Billy Evans, and Judge Landis, Kensaw Mountain Landis, the famous and notorious, I guess I would say, commissioner of baseball. And then the 1927 Yankees, perhaps maybe the greatest baseball team ever assembled. So that's pretty cool. Not a lot of value to these Renata Galasso cards. You can look them up online and check them out. Again, the name is Renata Galasso, and you can buy sets and they're not that expensive. So I don't think there's a lot of value there, but very unusual cards. I can't remember having seen these for years and years. I know I had a set of these at one point. I'm not sure I still do, but very neat cards. That's a wild page with the error card, and that is crazy stuff. You never know what you're going to find in these collections. We found some pretty cool stuff in the past. We got 1981 Pirates cards here. This guy was definitely a Pirates fan. We got Willie Stargell up in the corner there, and Dave Parker. I want to see if the sheet has got weird stuff. Yeah, the sheet has got weird stuff on it. The Dave Parker is actually in pretty nice shape there. You can see. Put that one to the side as well, rather than insert it into the back into the plastic there. These pages are in pretty crispy bad condition. I'm putting these to the side just because I don't want to. They're not all the cards you see are yours. Anything you want out of here, you can ask for. Send me a list of what you want. Email it to me, and I will mail you cards. As long as you have a pretty big list, don't send me a list with just 3 cards, because probably other people may want those same 3 cards, and then I have to do a randomizer or roll dice or something to figure out who's going to get what, and you may be disappointed by how that goes. Okay, this looks like a pretty good page too. Some Hall of Famers on here. 3 Andre Dawson cards, 82 All-Star, 81, and 1980 Andre Dawson. Some Steve Garveys here, and another Raleigh Fingers. Man, if you're a Raleigh Fingers fan, some good cards in this. A 1979 Raleigh Fingers there. And these are rookies of Bob Horner, a pretty talented third baseman for the Braves back in the day. His career didn't quite work out the way people thought it would, but those are his rookie cards. All right, this is a good page too. We got George Brett's, 4 of them on this page. 279 George Brett's here, and 1980 and a 1981 there. And 81 Jim Rice, first time we've seen that player. And Robin Yount, first time we've seen him as well. 79 and 81. That's 79 is a pretty good one. That's an older Robin Yount for sure. That's a nice page. Some quality Hall of Famers there. This is our last page. We've also got some Hall of Famers on here, it looks like. Steve Carlton right in the middle, 1981. An 82 Reggie Jackson in action, and an 82 Eddie Murray. That is really, really beat up. That Eddie Murray is not in good shape. These all-time record holders are cool cards from the 1979 set. Those are also pretty beat up, but you get Roger Hornsby, Ty Cobb, Nolan Ryan, Walter Johnson. So if you don't mind your cards, being kind of beat up, that's pretty cool stuff there. And some George Foster's, of course. He was a big slugger back then. Did not make the Hall of Fame, but he was a really dominant hitter. Our first Pete Rose card, that's pretty awesome. 1979 record breaker card of Pete Rose. He is always one of the most popular players. Nolan Ryan and Pete Rose are probably the most popular players, and we did see some Nolan Ryan action in this collection. Nice early Ozzie Smith card there. That is the record breaker card from 1981. His rookie card was 79. So that's an early card of him. And more Mike Schmidt. Wow. We saw some 1978 Mike Schmidts in the first set of cards here. And now we got an 81 279s. That is nice. And that is our last sheet. So we got through that in pretty rapid fashion. You can fast forward and rewind and pause this video and do whatever you want to do to check out everything on these pages. I encourage you to do so. Make your list and email it off to me. Leave a comment on this if you need any further instructions. If my explanation hasn't answered your questions, or if the description box doesn't answer your questions, ask me anything you need to. Again, you can live anywhere in the world. I will mail you cards. Send me a list via email, and from that list I will pull cards to send you in the mail. It's a giveaway, not a collection. I do it fairly regularly on this channel, and I love to do it, and I hope you guys will be excited about this. This is, I said, it was a little bit more expensive than usual, and I think it was worth it. Some cards, mostly from the 70s here, which that is pretty sweet. You do not see these show up that often, so that's pretty awesome. And a Joe DiMaggio reprint, there's always that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a great time going through this. It was super exciting. I'm still shaking a little bit. I never know what you're going to get in here, so I get a little excited about these. I will look for your list. I will let this run for a few days, and probably close this on maybe Wednesday night or something like that. I'll let you guys know when I'm closing it, but I usually let it run for a few days so that everybody gets a chance. Thank you so much for checking this out, and thank you so much for all your support for the channel. I'll be back tomorrow with, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, but we'll find out on the channel together. And thank you so much, and as always, happy collecting.